What's going on, people? Hope everybody's keeping well. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. It's Beer Monster o'clock. And I've got another Nigerian lager to review because I picked up two of the two new ones that are in home bargains together. I reviewed the other one a couple of days ago. It's called Gouda. This one is called Star, the Nigerian lager. Hopefully it's going to be a nice little star because I actually quite like that Gouda. It surprised me a bit. It wasn't the best, but it was unusual and I liked that about it. And let's see if this one's better or worse or whatnot. I can actually see bits of sediment in this lager. Just looking through the bottle. Just noticed that. Yeah, it's called Star Shine Bobo, it says underneath it. It's a cold filtered lager. The bottle is proper mash up like the Gilda one was. And I don't know why that is, but really sort of damaged bottles. As long as the beer tastes all right. Do I care? No, not really. It's a 600ml bottle, again, like the Gouda. This one's 5.1%. I think the other one was 5.2. So yeah, we'll see if I think this one's better. Slightly concerning green bottle, which the Gouda did not have that issue. Considering it's sort of come from Nigeria, it's probably got, you'd think, a fair chance of being skunked. But you never know. Might get away with it. Got a little star on the bottle cap there. Bush. Let's crack her open and get on with it, shall we? Oh, these Nigerian lagers. The last one I said was really unusual. And somebody kindly gave me an idea of what that might be in the comments. I've written the name of it down. They brew it with sorghum malt. And the reason they brew it with that is because where it's so hot out there, they can't use normal malts, I believe. So they use this sorghum malt in the Nigerian lagers. And I believe they also use it in the Nigerian Guinness as well. And that could be what's giving it a sort of different taste and why it tastes different. Because it is different, because they're using a different brewing method because of the heat. That's very interesting to know. Anyway, let's crack it in the, let's chuck it in the old Stella chalice. And have a little look, see what she looks like. And I think I could see sediment in it through the bottle. Be interesting to see because it might just be because the bottle is so look, it's all mashed up. We've got a slightly creamy looking head to this lager. As you can see, it's sort of quite thick and creamy looking, white or slightly off-white head for me. It's a nice goldeny colour. I can't see any sediment in it now that it's out of the bottle, which is very strange. But there is almost like a slight haze to this beer. It's not cold haze. There is just a slight little haze to it, as you can see. It is cold, but it's not cold haze. Look, I'm rubbing the glass. Steady levels of carbonation, nothing too overcarbonated or nothing like that. Let's get the nose in there and check out the aroma of this Nigerian star. And I'll let you know whether I think it's worth a buy, once I've tried it, of course. And whether you should bother with this. I think that sorghum stuff, whatever it's called, has its own aroma, you know, because I'm getting that same unusual aroma in this lager, which I was getting in the Gouda, and I think it must be coming from that, because I said last time I've not come across it before, and I have now, and it's another Nigerian beer, so this has a very, almost like an aroma that makes you think it's going to be bitter. The last one was bitter. I don't know whether this one will be. Kind of a musty sort of smell about it. Surprisingly, actually, it doesn't smell skunked, which is really surprising. Green bottle, not in a case or nothing like that. Travelled halfway around the world. It's got like a musty, slightly bready, maybe even like a touch of like an apple or some sort of like. Yeah, it's got that stewed, kind of like stewed, starchy smell about it, like the other one had. I'm guessing that's the sorghum. Interesting, but I say I quite like the other one. Hopefully I'll like this as well. Or might not. Right, let's chuck it down the neck and see if I think you should head to Home Bargains and pick some up. Cheers, everybody. Bosh. If you're Nigerian, same. They talk English. It is quite similar to the sorghum, but less intense. The bitterness is definitely not there with this one. Not that intense lingering bitterness that I got with the not the sorghum, the bloody Nigerian names. The Golda. First impression, I think I prefer the Golda. It just had a bit more about it for me. I think perhaps this one's a little bit, it's one of them lagers that I suppose you could probably drink more of, because it doesn't taste, it's not as flavoursome as the Golda. It's quite refreshing. I suppose in Nigeria, perhaps this one would be better suited to their climate, you know. But it's just not, it's not giving me that a really unusual feeling that I've not come across with the other one. But I think I know what that sorghum tastes like now. And it is like kind of a almost musky, stewed, vegetable, leafy kind of taste that the other one had is definitely present in this, but it's a lower level. So perhaps they've used less of it. I don't know. There is like a slight graininess to it as well, but that sorghum is, I actually quite like the stuff. I could see why people wouldn't like it, but I actually don't mind it. I mean, they have to use it apparently, so something you're going to have to get used to if you live in Nigeria, innit? Body-wise, I would say, for a lager, it's got quite a decent body to it. I'm going to go medium-bodied. It really does have a decent body and a slight smooth creaminess to that mouthfeel. So the mouthfeel is very nice. It's just, apart from the sorghum, the new thing I've sort of discovered, I can't taste much else going on with this one, personally. And it's less intense, it's less bitter, it's a bit more bland for me than the Golda. It's still an okay beer. I don't think it's terrible. A bit of citrus in here, and then kind of like stewed leaves. Very unusual, that sorghum stuff. There's a bit of a dryness to it towards the end, and a slight, almost fruity, appley taste. But it's all very, very slight with this one. I definitely prefer the Golda personally. But I think if you tried the Golda and you found it a bit too intense, that bitterness, or a bit too much, you might like this one, because it's all just toned down a bit more. There's slightly less alcohol in this one as well. I think I gave the other Nigerian beer, the Golda, is it Golda? A 7.5 out of 10. I think I'm going to go with this one as 6.5 out of 10. This is actually the most popular lager in Nigeria. And a few people said in the comments, oh, if you liked the Golda, try the Star because they think it's better. Each their own, but personally, I prefer the Golda. I still don't mind this. So I'm going to go for 6.5 out of 10 for this one. I just think it's pretty average. I don't have an issue with the sorghum stuff that they're using. My issue is just there's not a lot else going on with this one personally. Some people will prefer that about it, but yeah, I just find this one a little bit boring. I haven't had that other one. I still think it's worth a buy though, because it's bloody £1.59. It's a great big bottle, or 600ml bottle for £1.59, and you can say you've had a Nigerian lager, like I said with the other one. Give it a try, you know, why not? You can try a Nigerian beer for £1.60, you know. Perhaps you could have an issue with this gunkiness, as I say, with this one as well, the green bottle. And yeah, although this is the best selling or the most popular Nigerian lager, I wouldn't play too much into that and just judge it for yourself. Try and both judge it for yourself. Because I mean, over here, Carlin and Budweiser are like the most popular lagers, aren't they? And they're shit. So, do you know what I mean? Don't matter how popular something is, judge it for yourself, you know. But yeah, I'm judging it at 6.5. Thanks for tuning in. Smash the like button if you made it this far. I'd really appreciate that. It helps the video gain a bit of traction on the old YouTube algorithm, so it helps me out a bit, and it costs you bugger all. And consider subscribing to the channel if you like beer and you've enjoyed this video, because there's loads of videos just like this, different beer, different day, you know. Again, it doesn't cost you anything and it helps the channel out a little bit. And until next one, guys, bye bye darlings.